Hi, everyone. It's Lori. Thank you for coming to hear us today at Live with Vitality Collective, and happy Eat Outside Day. And if you didn't know it was Eat Outside Day, it is. So we are going to talk to you a little bit about what we love about eating outside. And I love all things about eating outside. There's just not really one specific thing. Maybe just that changing my surroundings. And then sometimes I get crazy and I leave my phone behind. So try it out. And next up, Katam is going to share some of her thoughts.
Hi, everybody. I think it's a blessing that we can step out of our houses and sit in a safe, space and be outside, be with nature, and connect. The food the food that we're eating is hopefully from nature. We're eating fresh fruits and vegetables. Anything that's whole. And we can be outside, connecting with our kids, with our family, getting out of the phones or the TVs, which is unfortunately the family dynamic of sitting at the table is getting harder and harder because of people's schedules. So this way a person can get outside, just focus on nature, focus on the, gratitude, the bounties that we are so blessed with in terms of foods and varieties and colors, and where our surroundings, the grounding effect of connecting nature with, what you put in your body, I do believe is such a beautiful, effect on your whole, system. And it builds memories for yourself, for your kids. It's something that they will always think of. I know I have fond memories of that as a kid growing up. And we were 9 kids with our parents. They would just, put things together. We would go to any park or beach or whatever it was, sit together and just be as a family and connect in that way. So whoever's next, I forgot.
Thanks, Katam. I am very blessed to be outside a lot, as I have a farm, and I do nibble a little bit on some of the things outside, but when I'm really busy outside, and as Katam said, I soak in, listen to the birds, and I get to just be in that quiet space and that grounding space. I take my smoothie with me. I make it nice and cold when it gets really hot outside, and that helps me as well to cool down a little bit. But I don't always take the time when I'm outdoors to sit and eat. So that's what I do, is I mix up a nice cold smoothie and have it while I'm out in the gardens and enjoying the outdoors. Anna?
Thank you, Kari. That was great. And I love this topic because French are picnic lovers, and we adopted this idea of having picnics outside when we moved here from Slovakia 17 years ago. And we keep it really, really simple. We just cut fruits, veggies, with some local cheese and sourdough bread. And we just keep it simple, and we add to that foraging, because especially during this season you have so many berries outside. So the most important thing, of course, it's knowing what you can pick. So we educate our kids so they know exactly what they can pick, which berries they can eat. So we combine really picnic and foraging. Okay, who's next? Janet?
Thank you, Hannah. Yes, hi, I'm Jeanette, and I'm original from Sweden, and we have a very short summer. So back home in Sweden, we literally were out for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you wanted to be outside as much as possible. And it's just that community of your families or by yourself. Living here in Colorado, I am also very fortunate because we have a longer summer. So I kind of keep that same tradition. I notice when we as families, when I have lucky enough to have all of my 3 adult kids and my husband all home at the same time, to be sitting outside, I find the peaceful of enjoying in our talk. We eat slower than you normally eat indoors. So sometimes you just want to rush through your meals. And I find that whole feeling of you can just sit and talk and linger out there. So that's why I love it. The peaceful for me is to sitting outdoors, even though when I like to go out in the morning for my breakfast. And I always try to think of a good balance in my protein and carbs. Like if I have just, something, I always think, where is the balance? handful of protein like nuts, or you have the fat protein and you have the carbs. And so a handful of that, and the rest of it is literally just salads, and you will get a great meal. So yeah, that's my little tips and why I love the outdoors. And next will be Carol.
Thanks, Jeanette. Hi, so, living here on our farm currently, we eat outdoors pretty much all the time. In the barn, the doors are open, we're outside. But when you're on the go, think about this, you're outside and you're in your car, maybe you can pull over and actually stop at a park or somewhere that's more peaceful for you to stop and enjoy a meal or a snack, whatever it may be. And if you can get out of the car and separate yourself from that busyness, would be super powerful and impactful. I know that helps me. And being prepared. Sometimes we get caught where, maybe we brought our smoothie or our breakfast with us, or had it before we left the house, and we are out longer than we intended to be. And then you're forced to make a decision, and sometimes it's not always healthy because you are at that hunger breaking point. So really pays to be prepared and have some good options like Jeanette just mentioned, and some other folks on this live, on how you can be prepared to make the healthiest choice you can. And Andy's going to tell us about packing coolers.
Yeah, so I grew up on a lake, and summer for me was kind of like Katam had mentioned, like, gathering everybody up and going down and bringing our cooler, and, mom made lemonade from scratch with honey and real lemons. My mom was always about, scratch. She even made like Play-Doh from scratch. She was kind of a geek about that. But I love just having fresh food. And even if it's a smorgasbord of like pick as you go, and a little bit of this dip and a little bit of that dip, like that's kind of what we've been doing, I feel like, all summer, going out and picking from our tower garden, and, little bite-sized nibs of carrots and dipping that in hummus. And so I love just having that like array and variety and freshness. So for me, it's, making sure that we're eating fresh, eating what's in season. So I love that too, that Hannah had mentioned foraging, because it's really healthy for our bodies when we're outside to be out and, hunter gathering the things that are alive right now, and eating what's alive versus what's in the grocery store, which 9 times out of 10 is not alive and thriving because it ripened 100 or 200 or 1,000 miles away from you. So making sure that you're getting fresh food. And I love get out, the whole get outside or eat outside day. So if you're watching this and you resonate with this and you hear some of the same beliefs and memories, reach out if you're looking for recipes. A lot of us mentioned smoothies. So if you're looking for recipes for smoothies, we've got a whole good cookbook on that, and other really awesome fresh ways to get your micro and macro nutrients in any season of the year. So thanks for watching. Feel free to share this to your wall, and we appreciate you. Have a great day and get outside, eat outside today.